How's it going, idiots? The new month happened and Colorado immediately decided that it's time for some heat. So we got the shorts, we got the flip-flops. These are vibing hours. I guess I'm calling the 1 to 2 people who watch my videos idiots now. First it was gamers, then it was epic gamers, then I randomly decided to start saying idiots. That's what we're kind of going with right now. In spirit, this is Tire Swing, I believe, 5. The Tire Swing series will always be with us in spirit. That's like cold weather, January 2019 kind of stuff, you know? This is February 2nd, and it feels like it should be late April, early May. It doesn't smell like it though, and that's good. You know, I've always had this thing with certain smells that just pop up at certain times of the day or certain times of the year. Like I've mentioned this several times, but like when the sun's just about to come up, just about to start coming up, still basically pitch black outside, you open the screen door, catch a whiff. It's like, I don't know how to describe it, but it always reminds me of this one night when I was like 7 or 8. We woke up at 5 in the morning. Me, my mom, my dad, and Dominic. Well, no, it was actually, I think, just my mom, my dad, and Dominic. Woke up at like 4:30 or 5 in the morning. Drove all the way to Grand Junction. Then took a train ride to Fur. I think that's a town. Maybe it's just a place. I don't know. So woke up at 5:30 in the morning, went to the very edge of the state, on the other side of the mountains. Took a train ride to some other place, then did the whole thing again to come back home. We went to see a concert. I remember I got a train there and we brought Lego guys so that we wouldn't be bored out of our minds. And then later, I don't know if it was that year or the next one. I think it was actually that year. Me, him, my mom, my mom's friend, her kids, and then my cousin, and then her friend. We all went back to Grand Junction, got on the same train, and went past Santa's village. We went past the North Pole, you know? I still have the book from that trip. My mom, you know, like Shutterfly, and like Walgreens and stuff, you can make picture books. Oh my goodness. That just reminded me. You know those, like, I don't remember what they were called, but they're like pencil toppers. They were animals. I had a pig. When I lived in Tennessee, we went on this trip to like the zoo or something. It was like real far away from where we lived. I took that pig with me. Dropped it in the dirt and the water at least 15 times. Each. My mom took photos and she made a picture book for me. Brought it to school. I was in kindergarten at the time. I brought it to school. She wanted me to. And I showed it off to my class. One of the pages ripped that day. I also remember something else I took to the class. Me and my sister wrote books together. I would write and she would draw pictures. One of them was about like a tornado or something. I brought it to class. And then there was another one that we wrote that was like the sequel or something. Brought both of them. We kept them there for like 3 months. In like the little class library thing. It was insane. What else? 5 minutes only? Wow. Back on the topic of the train ride. We got a picture book from that. It's like somewhere in the basement. I have a picture book from summer 2017. Summer Shenanigans 2017. I had a Summer Shenanigans like 2013. Somewhere. Summer Shenanigans 2017 features me at Mount Rushmore. And then I have a picture book, John and Dominic 2011 to 2019. Mom made it. Pictures she's taken of us over the course of the last 8 years. 7 years? No, 8. Gave it to us he spent like a week with us before he went off to Florida. Gave us each one. I got one of those. Then I guess you could count yearbooks as picture books. Got all 3 middle school yearbooks. I want to get a yearbook this year. But like, my mom usually orders them at the beginning of the year. Don't even know if she did that. She might have. That I wouldn't know. What else can I talk about? For at least, like, 14 more minutes. What is there to talk about? I was talking about smells. I know a smell that I really, really like. You know, like, start of the school year. Come in on the first day, they got the air conditioners running because it's still technically summer. It's the summer season still, till like mid-September, I think. Got the air conditioners going because it's hot. That like wet smell. They also got them going at the end of the year too. A lot of people think it's disgusting, but I love it so much. It smells so good. I like walking past Talbot, my elementary school. Maybe I shouldn't have said that. It's too late now, though. Walking past my elementary school. They got the air conditioners running for like 2 months after the year's over. That's like the entire summer break. Maybe a couple weeks. At most. Just got the air conditioners running. You can smell it from the outside. Mwah! I love it so much. And this is something else I've mentioned. This kind of weather, sunshine, pretty warm, no clouds to be seen for the most part. No, I actually think there's like no clouds out right now. That's kind of cool, actually. Nope, never mind, there's some over there. Can you even, that hurts even more. Right over there. Right over there, there's clouds. Like this kind of weather, almost no clouds, sunshine, warm weather. It's a lot of people's definitions of good weather, you know? Like, this is good weather. I wholeheartedly agree with that statement. But, when it's gray skies, really, really windy, heavy downpour, that is the most wonderful weather to me. Not only because of the sound and not only because of the smell. I just like being outside when it's cold. It's even better when it's cold and windy at night. I don't know what it is about it. It makes me feel so good. That's why I always want to be outside at night. Well, not always. But like when I get outside and hey, it's kind of cold out here. Y'all, you should turn your radio down. Like, seriously? Anyway, when I get outside at night, like there's the lunar eclipse a couple months ago. Family, aka me, my mom, and later my dad, when they got home from work, all came out here to look at it. They all went inside and like, nah, I'm gonna hang out here for at least another 30 minutes. Which is exactly what I did. I was tossing up the remains of a baseball. And they're like, you've been out here for like an hour. And it is very cold. Like, yeah, that's exactly why I've been out here for like an hour. They said, you should come inside now. Like, I can do that. Y'all remember Disney Infinity? I remember the first time I played Disney Infinity was at Dominic's house. Right over there. In his basement. On the Wii, Disney Infinity 1.0. We were imitating a match in pencil from the hit YouTube cartoon Battle for Dream Island. Y'all, by the way, I don't really know what Carrie and Michael are gonna do about this with Kappa. It's been 2 months on the 15th since BFB 15. Pretty sure comments are turned off on it, though I have not checked. But someone on Twitter suggested they just like say the F word now. I could definitely see 4 doing that. Just like in a random outburst of anger. Ooh. But Disney Infinity 1.0. Wonderful game. I have very fond memories of that game. I have very fond memories of 3.0 on the Wii U, which is in my basement. You know, going through my Wii U friends list and seeing like last online over a month ago, last online over a month ago, last online over a month ago, because you know nobody plays the Wii U anymore. It makes me, I wouldn't say depressed, because that would just maybe be an overstatement. I don't know. I think there's like multiple definitions of that. Like you have depression. It's just like you feel real sad about something. I don't know. It makes me feel sad though. And like playing Minecraft Wii U edition, and like going in the mini game lobby. You know those mini games? Me and my online friends would play those all the time. All the time. I have a world called Tree Town. That was like the hub when me and my friends played Minecraft Online together on Wii U. I have a prison with people that need to be put in there. Haven't seen them in like 3 years. Like some of them come online a couple of times. Every few months. You know what's even worse? Looking through the titles you've downloaded section on the Wii Shop channel. On my Wii U. On the Wii menu emulator, which we synced with our Wii. You know what's even worse than that, though? Hey, could you, like, shut up, please? Go faster? Thank you. But, anyway, you know what's worse than that? Looking at all my family's knees. Like, oh my goodness. It makes me just want to be 6 again. Like, 5, actually. No, I was 6 when we moved here. I remember, like, the day we moved here. Or at least when we were coming to start. Maybe the day before, I don't know. Real close to when we moved here. My mom came to school to get me with my now deceased uncle. I only met him a couple of times, and it was like real sucks. Really sucks. Real sad. He was adopted into my mother's family back in like the 70s or something. I don't know. I don't know the whole story, and frankly, if I did, I wouldn't care to tell it. That's a little too personal for my liking. Just coming from the guy that tweets like, well, no, that's not too personal. Actually, it's just like saying, hey, the girl I talked to on Discord, yeah, we haven't talked in like 2 months. That kind of sucks. Just that kind of stuff. No, there's been some like real long spiels I've done about her. A couple of times. Just like going over like how we know each other though. I don't think I'd disclose something too personal. I'd know it if I did. That tweet would not exist anymore probably. Those tweets, I mean. I stopped being a parody account, and then like a week later or so, people started getting accepted into the DKCU. Like, I could have been this close to getting into, like, the biggest parody group on Twitter. One of the biggest, at least. But no! I had to stop being a parody account because this one person was saying, hey, that's not what parody accounts do. You're just a normal Twitter account. And I'm like, yeah, you're right. Just put Gibby as my profile picture and then stop. No, now it's the album cover of Boston by Boston. I'm doing the thing that I did when I first joined Twitter and changing my name every couple of days. Right now, I think. No, it's you what? U space WOT. I want to change it back to Nougat. I don't know why, but that was real funny to me. Just Nougat. Man, going back on Undertale, recently, looking through my posts, scrolling through my chats list, really, really makes me want to reset the world to September 2017. I dropped my phone. On my wall, on Undertale, there is a specific comment. The user has since changed their name, and I don't think they've been on for a long time. She was British moving to Poland. I remember that. Portugal. Moving to Portugal. Lived in England, was moving to Portugal. 5 hours ahead of me. She commented on my wall. This is nowhere near the size of relationship I have with the one I was talking about earlier. This is just a back and forth roleplay thing for a couple of days. She commented on my wall hey, I'm a paper jam and you're a fresh. I got an ink in a chat. Yo, you want to come do a family roleplay? Sure, whatever. I'm 12. I don't know about any of this, but sure, why not? She invites me. I'm at my aunt's apartment right now, and in the context of the story, she invites me. We get it going a little bit. We drive to IKEA. In real life, in context of the story, we drive to IKEA. Every time I go to IKEA now, I think about this. It's really weird. Oh, my goodness. Just IKEA in general. Whenever I go there now, I think about, it's only been 2 years and I'm already overly nostalgic for this community. Just wandering around, looking at lamps. I was in there, in the lamp section, role-playing with these two people. We were at a part where, I was in my own house. I lived across the street from these people or something in the role play. And I was sitting on my bed playing music really loudly. She ran in the house and hey, could you turn that down a little bit? Nah, kind of vibing to this right now. Then her soul leaves her body. Then my phone dies in the lamp section of IKEA. Dead for the whole way home. Not really a problem. I remember on our way back, we decided to stop at Bed Bath & Beyond. And they had, those, I don't remember if it was soap or candles or what. I was doing this whole, hey, most of these are, colors of hearts and attacks and stuff in Undertale. Me being a 12-year-old currently addicted to Undertale. Why don't I just be obnoxious in public and play an Undertale game with soap? I think there was another story we went to before that I was continuing over. No, wait. No, that was a different time. So IKEA had nothing to do with that, actually. We were at, a mall in Denver. Was this the same day? I don't know. This was 2 years ago. 3 years ago, almost. 3 years ago, very late this year. 2.5 years ago, we'll go with that. No, 2 years and 4 months ago. Almost 2.5 years ago. So 2 years, 4 months ago, this was. We were Bed Bath & Beyond, is that even a thing? We went to Bed Bath & Body Works. That's what it is. I think Bed Bath & Beyond is some, like... No, that's a real store. Bed Bath & Body Works. Is that the name of the place? I don't know. It was one of those places. They had those bath bombs. I was like, hey, these... The whole thing I already said. Hey, these kind of look like the Sokols from Undertale. Me being a 12-year-old, it is an Undertale. Why don't I be obnoxious in public? I'm doing this whole thing like Undertale 2 in a mall. Then we're like, my mom's like, hey, there's another Bed Bath & Body Works or whatever down the road about an hour from here. Probably wasn't actually that far away. Like, let's go there. And we're like, all right, let's just drop the whole mall thing entirely. We briefly stopped in the Lego store. Hey, it's a store full of Legos. Why not look around? I don't think I got anything, though. Kind of sucks. I like Legos. Anyway, so we go to the other Bed Bath & Body Works or related stores. And I continue with, but with candles and or soap. Again, I don't remember what it was. It was solid something that was colored very brightly. Like neonish color. Not neon. It's not important. It's not important. Then we're driving home. A thing of McDonald's fries is in the basket on the passenger seat. I'm like, hey, these are probably like real old. Why are these still back here in my mind? I didn't actually say anything for basically the whole time in the car. On the way home, we were going back. Was this the... I'm confusing myself. We went back to my aunt's apartment. The whole time, I was doing this thing in my head where multiple sentences were just appearing in the car and sitting in multiple places which would not be physically possible to sit in a car of that size. Like, they were sitting, like in any car. They were sitting on the, the back windshield, you can put stuff on it. They were sitting on that. You'd have to, like, I can't even demonstrate it. Hold up. Let me sit in this chair. Okay? Okay. You know how you sit like this? You'd have to, like, do this to even believe you could sit on something like that. They were... I did it again, folks. Anyways, they were sitting on that thing. They were sitting on the tops of chairs, like the headrest, which again, probably couldn't even do that, period, no matter how big or small you are. Maybe, like, someone the size of an atom can do it. But then those people don't exist realistically. This is a basketball hoop. So I was doing that whole thing. Get to my aunt's apartment, go out on her balcony. I'm like, hey, in some kinds of situations, like a boy and a girl will stand out on balconies, and like, a relationship will start to form. So you know what I did? Chose a random sands. Boom, there a girl started doing that. I didn't do that. I actually did that. I am a very weird child. I have not ceased to be weird. If anything, I've gotten more weird. Well, that's debatable. I was very odd when I was 12. Not that I'm any less odd now. Maybe. I don't know. I did this, never mind. You know when you're walking and you randomly just step on your ankle? Except I'm wearing flip-flops, so it was pretty painful. There's just like a bunch of tracks right here. Kinda infuriating, if you ask me. I remember when this yard actually had grass in it. Like, me and Dominic one night when this yard was green and not filled with dirt and weeds, sitting right here with this toolbox of Handy Manny tools. Y'all remember that show? When I was in Tennessee, my dad got me this Handy Manny workshop that you could actually, like, build things with for my birthday. Either that or Christmas or just because I wanted it. I don't know. I was 6, 5, very, very young, at least 10 years younger than I am now. So we brought it here, of course. We were sitting over there, approximately, digging up dirt. Like, hey, you see that yellow thing? It's like one of those things you hold a tent in the ground with, like the strings of a tent. He's like, yeah. What if we hammered it into the ground? It was generally right here in this general area. We did not get that out of the ground for at least years. Like, we were 6. I don't know how strong we were. Maybe just like dirt, like physics and erosion happened. Erosion, wet, I don't know. Dirt moved. It got stuck in the ground for 6 years. This is a shovel. You know, for the last few months, I think I actually filmed a video about it. The time capsule I buried. Talked about it in my last watching my old videos video. It's somewhere over here. But I haven't been able to find it for like 2 years. It's making me really mad. You may rest now. Shovel. Thank you for your service. This is 26 and a half minutes long now. Just about. Ooh, 26 and a half. I think that's long enough. Pacing in Circles, Volume 3, anyone? I'm gonna go reminisce about my past now. Goodbye.